Hi, I'm Ronnie from Ronnie's Garage. Today we're holding our monthly tech meet and we're going to be doing a tune-up on a Silver Cloud 3. Okay, so now we can set this thing in there. And this is when I like to put oil in it. So I said engine oil, this is 30 weight oil. Now I like doing it now because I can see how much goes in it. You just fill it till that tube is full. There you go, that's it. And then you got to put your spring on there, don't forget that. On the Silver Cloud 3, these are, you can't put it any way. You see these two holes are closer than these. So the closer holes are on the outside. The same on the earlier carbs, they'll have, some of the Cloud ones I think have 4 screws, and the Cloud 2s have 3 screws. So they only go on one way also.
And those screws are all the same length?
Mm-hmm. There's no gasket, there's no sealing. You don't want to over tighten them. One other thing I forgot to show you guys, there's a big screw, I'll show you on that side, but it's called an air bleed screw. It has a spring on it. You want to set them both to the same setting. I usually go 1.5 turns from out or down. So I'm tightening it down till it seats, you don't have to crank it. And then I back it off 1.5 turns. Okay, did I do it? Yeah, there. When you put this in, you should feel some resistance. Anybody can push that if you want. Anybody want to try that? You'll feel resistance, and that dampens how quickly that thing flies up. Feel the resistance? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the oil?
Mm-hmm. That's the oil. Mm-hmm. And in my experience, using the heavier oil instead of the 10 weight, it makes them pull better under load. All right, here we go. Now, this is the dirty one. You can see how much dirtier that is. You see all this carbon built up there? It's nasty. And that bleed screw is right over here. Oh, here. It's right here. It's a big old screw.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's...
And some people will try to... I just lost my count.
You ever need to...
compensate for butterflies that are out of sync. By what that does is allow air to bypass the slide and all that. I prefer to set them at the same and then fix the problem. Is my choke cleaner over there? Can one of you guys hand me that? Over under? Thank you. Okay. I'm going to try to keep this stuff off your paint, by the way.
I service my slides every few years, just take them out and clean them.
Yeah, it's called maintenance.
Pretty easy thing.
All right. Set that baby in there. Boom. Fill her up.
You fill them all the way up?
Mm-hmm. But not with this on there, because then that's too much. I like to do them when this covers off.
But when you put the piston in, doesn't it still overflow?
It just sucks through.
Oh.
It's no big deal. You know what's funny? How dirty it was below here? Look how, this is a lot cleaner than the other one was on top. I wonder why that is. Okay, before we get too much further, we better put this float bowl together. So we'll put our float back in. It floats still. I'll put this in and we'll be careful with that fork. You want to feed it over to that stud. It has to go around that stud in the middle. This side's a lot easier, obviously. You start to do that there. Get the new one. This is the tricky part. I've lost a lot of these things under an intake manifold. Getting this lined up. Get it in the middle.
So you didn't see an obvious reason why the carburetor was leaking a whole bunch of gasoline?
Nope. Nope.
Took care of itself?
It was either the fact that float bolt dried out and it's stuck on the bottom, or a piece of dirt got by that needle and seat and held one open, right? We did find some garbage in that one screen, but the screens were intact, but there's no for sure cause. If we pulled it out and one of the floats was full of gas, there's your problem. But that's not what we found. The fact that it fixed itself, it's one of those two other items. So. A lot of work, huh, guys?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nowadays, they call a tune-up changing the air filter, the cabin filter, and spark plugs, right? Maybe a fuel filter if you got a lot of miles on it.
Do you ever have to mess with the timing? Right?
Oh, yeah. That's part of a tune-up on an old car. Got to set that timing right, otherwise it just doesn't run right. Anytime you change points, you got to reset the timing, because just the point gap itself will change your timing. Yeah.
And what's the point gap?
You'll see soon.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get there. Good question. All right. Carbs are done. Now.